This is the KoperCrabb Podcast.
I'm Cheney Crab.
I am Navene Copperweiss.
This is Pappy.
That's the little papster. For those of you guys who are listening, Pappy is our cat. One of them.
If you guys have any questions that you want answered on the podcast, email us at KoperCrabbPodcast@gmail.com. For real, y'all.
Yeah.
Send us some questions. We'll get to them.
We'll get to them eventually.
Sometimes we don't answer questions. Sometimes we do. It's kind of, all about how we're feeling that week.
So I guess I don't have anything to do on this podcast.
Yeah, because... well, we can wait. Here, last week, some people talked about how they want to hear more of the intro song. So I figured we just kind of let it
go. Brought to you by Navene's intro song. I did make that intro song, if anybody's wondering.
That's true.
100% written, recorded, produced by your boy.
By this crazy dude over here with your hair is going insane.
So yeah, if you guys are wondering, hey, they only have one camera angle.
It'd be funny to compare your look
over the
KoperCrabb podcasting.
Well, let's see. We started off with me having short hair.
Really?
No, it was like slicked back.
Okay.
And then I think I cut it short, and then from there, I grew it out.
Yeah, you grew it out. Looking very bearded hipster guy who drinks IPAs.
I know, and I'm actually doing that right now.
That's cool. It's always cool when you're just fitting right into a
just slipping
stereotype.
right into the mold.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I mean, I don't know if you can really pin me down.
Oh, you can.
I act like you can, but you can't. You can't pin me down.
The coolest people that I know cannot be pinned down by the way that they look.
That's true.
Yeah,
true.
I mean by the way.
You're saying
we tend to dress in a way that represents the things that we listen to. Isn't that interesting? That's where fashion comes from.
For us.
Not just us, a lot of people.
That's true.
I could probably spot an outfit out in the wild and be like, that person listens to top 40.
Not anymore though, because people listen to their posers. They wear shirts
total
and
posers.
stuff they don't know.
But we're down. I'm down for posers.
I mean, that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, oh, it looks cool to wear. Well, death metal merch and that sort of thing became sort of mainstream a few years ago. Remember that?
It's kind of funny because I remember in high school, I think I've talked about this before, people would beg me not to wear band shirts anymore. And now it's all of a sudden cool to wear band shirts.
Who would beg you to not wear band shirts?
Just kids that I went to school with. And now all of a sudden it's a part of popular culture to be all death metaled out.
Yeah, I know.
I guess I was ahead
no,
of
not
my
only that,
time.
but
I was ahead of my time.
Brands make metal shirts.
Yeah, they go full death metal.
If you go to H&M, you can get
so much death metal.
Yeah, you can get an H&M shirt that has an H&M, but it's death metal. I think, I don't know.
I have this thing that I do where if I spot a band shirt, I'll stop and look and try to see what band it is. What's up with this person's musical taste.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time lately, over the past couple of years, I will t-shirts will catch me that aren't band.
Right.
They aren't for bands. It's
be
Billabong.
Right. But it looks metal. Looks
exactly.
like your shirt.
And I'm like, oh, what band does this person listen? Oh, Billabong.
So as a guy, you can't really do that if it's a girl. Because she'll think that I'm staring at her
chest. Yeah, because the band logos. I don't know. It's just the thing that happened.
Yeah.
Landed right in the chest area.
So you can't.
There's also
caught.
That butt merch. Have you seen that? Shorts.
Yeah.
The short print. That used to be really cool, I think.
Yeah,
back in the scene days.
I don't see that as much.
I saw it recently. It's coming back.
At the store? You saw someone
No, I saw a band do it.
Oh, they made the merch.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think that's a slam thing.
Oh, really?
A deathcore.
It's always, I'm sure we've talked about this a lot, but it's always fascinating to me how diverse metal is. I can link up with a metalhead and we both have completely different interests in metal.
Yeah. You can both be metalheads, but listen to totally different
Totally different music.
100%.
Like you can listen to every genre within metal.
Yeah. You'd be basically listening to two different genres.
Right.
Essentially.
Totally. I mean, most like black metal people don't listen to metalcore.
No. That is kind of weird. It's like they all listen to metal, but within metal, there's kind of like hatred for the subgenres.
Oh,
right?
totally.
People who
Total
listen
hatred.
to true black metal hate technical death metal, right? That's
I saw it.
Not doing it.
I saw like
That's
an
the
artist
worst.
online, a really sick artist, a metal artist, who looks like he does like black metal and prog metal type designs, but he has a strict no deathcore or metalcore bands rule. And it's like, I mean, I get it, but it's interesting how you can go so like, I'll do this metal, but I will not do these types of metal.
Even if you're just the artist.
Yeah.
Going like, I don't even want my art to appear on a metalcore.
To be metalcore.
Yeah. I mean, respect, I guess. Respect.
I kind of have respect for that because I think that the idea behind it all is that the person just wants to stand for their art being on the music that they like. They don't want to be a sellout, essentially.
They're sticking to their guns.
They're sticking to their guns. They're not trying to make money at all.
No, never. Ensuring.
Leaving money on the table. That's what's going on there.
Ensuring that they never make money.
Yeah. 100% do not.
Zach was actually telling me today about like a really good band that he heard. And they were like really technical and like progressive technical death metal.
Of course.
And he was like explaining them for like probably a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, don't worry about it. You will never hear about them.
Zach will say funny shit.
But he wasn't
like
trying
that.
to be funny.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's
like, you'll never hear about them. No one's ever going to hear about them.
He says really funny stuff like that.
Yeah.
One time I was like making a joke when we were in the studio. I was like, man, what's up with all these metal band names? And I was like laughing about it. And he's like, yeah, that's funny coming from the vocalist of a band named Entheos.
Yeah,
really funny.
I know. That's another, that actually might be another funny metal thing. To think that
your name,
you aren't a part of all that like weird stuff, right?
Totally.
You're like,
I'm not in a technical death metal band.
Yeah, you're like, what's up with all these weirdos playing this basement music? And then meanwhile, ours is like the weirdest that you can get.
Then you're
doesn't even fit one of the subgenres.
I know.
At least with the subgenres.
How far away from all the metal subgenres? Let's just create a whole new one that no one's ever heard of or wants to hear.
Ever. At least with the subgenres, you got like a built-in base who like wants to hear it.
Totally.
So
that is the thing. That is the thing. You can kind of just like throw yourself up on the board along with other bands.
Yeah, which I think that's pretty cool too. I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to that at all.
If you're doing it really well,
not mad. To you. Not mad at it.
You kind of plug in and you do the thing, you know.
Yeah, it's plug and play.
Plug and play.
You go on the tour, you do the tour. Eventually, you're headlining the tour. You know.
Yeah, I heard a band that's kind of plug and play, not in a bad way. They're like a slammy death metal.
Okay.
Brutal death metal. We'll call it
SBM.
Let's see.
SBDM.
I got them on my flip phone, baby.
SBDM for short.
I think they're called
Paleanthropic Nose Guts.
Vomit the Soul.
Oh, I've heard of this band.
They're really sick.
Do you want to play it off your flip phone? Well, we know why you like it, Navene. That snare drum. That's what we should just do from now on. Play songs off your phone. You know what's funny?
Yeah, that goes in, dude. That goes hard.
Every time I hear a band like that, that was sick.
Dude, that
Every
goes
time
hard.
I hear a band like that, I'm like, I think about how funny it is, how concerned I am with my lyrical content.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
They're like, and it's sick. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, when we're recording for hours, like one line, I'm like, dude, you want to hear what I listen to?
I can.
It's just good to go. They're not fucking tripping about it at all.
Not NFT.
They're just coming.
NFT metal, not fucking tripping.
They're just coming through bad and brutal.
Yeah, they're vomiting the fucking soul all over this bitch.
It's fucking sick.
God.
Dude, I'm into it.
Yeah, that was sick.
That album is super hard.
The snare sounds pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, it comes in sick. Oh,
Like you're hitting a home run.
I think the title's called, let me get you the album.
What's that title called there, Navene?
Hold on a second. This is how long it takes.
That was my bad
music.
Southern impersonation of the day.
Yeah, still sucks.
Bad
still
Southern
sucks.
accent of the day. I'm gonna, once we get to Nashville, I'm just gonna drive out to the middle of the country and test my Southern accent. I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Album's called Cold, which is hard as fuck.
So it's Vomit the Soul Cold.
Yeah.
Cold,
I'm
we're
into
so
it, dude.
cold, we
I'm into it.
are. Who's that? Can you play that song? Can you look up the song Cold from Queen of the Damned? I think that's what it was.
Sure.
Cold, we're so cold, we are. Cold, we're so cold.
Well, I should probably explain why we only have one camera track.
We will. We'll get
It's
there.
not a track.
We'll get there. Oh, this is a Static X song.
Whoa! Sorry, guys. Blew up the listeners.
This is like half industrial. Whoa. There he is.
Coming in hot. Fucking happy, dude.
We are. All right, that's good. Queen of the Damned soundtrack. It, as the kids say, slapped back in the day.
You think that slaps, huh?
No, I think it previously slapped when I was 13 and first heard it for the first time.
Fucking Pappy.
That's the problem with listening to too much music, is that you just grow out of stuff.
That's true. As long as he doesn't hit stop on the recording.
Look, everyone can see. We had to take Pappy in because look, he's all bald on his leg.
Yeah, for
Oh
those
my
of you
God,
listening,
get
he's
off
bald
me.
on his leg. What?
I'm gonna go
the fuck
wash
is he
my
doing?
hands.
But yeah, today I was up in Oakland, which is about an hour and change away from us, recording with my buddy Zach Oren and for Machine Head. So I've been on a number of Machine Head songs already, and now I'm doing the new release. I don't want to say too much about what the release is or whatever, but
Do you know?
yeah, I do actually, but I don't know if they said or not.
Insider secrets.
I did ask if I could mention that I did it.
Is it a whole release?
It's a bunch of songs that we're doing. I'm going back tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. Good stuff. Sounds great. Drums.
Yeah, all the
hitting
stuff
hard.
that you've done with Machine Head sounds really good.
Oh yeah, but that reminded me. So I brought my camera up to maybe snap a couple pics here and there, and we use the cameras for the podcast. And what did I do? Leave the camera there.
Of course.
But on the
Navene's
flip
been
side,
doing a
this
lot
looks
of boomer
freaking cool.
stuff lately.
Oh yeah, or should we talk about my other just freaking?
This one pains me.
Yeah, this is a major.
Navene's been doing a lot of boomer stuff lately. I'm getting worried about him.
Yeah, I've been.
He's
Grandma
getting
stuff.
old.
Sounds
I
like
don't
boomer.
even say I don't say boomer. I'm not like one of those people who goes around saying, okay, boomer, not me.
Dude, should we just do the podcast
But-
like this? I mean, it looks sick.
It does look
And-
sick.
I don't have to do anything.
But anyway, Navene's been doing a lot of boomer shit lately, and on Friday specifically, Navene got our Instagram hacked.
Yeah, I got her Instagram straight up stolen.
Because,
Compromised.
yeah. I guess that the switching back to a flip phone kind of like put a little foggy haze on your brain.
Yeah.
So Navene got our Facebook hacked because he didn't want to wake me up. He got an email.
I got
So
an
we
email.
have our management's. This is what happened so that
It's
you guys
so
can avoid
stupid
this
in
in the
hindsight.
future. We have our manager's email listed. If you click the email on our page, we have his email listed. He got forwarded something from a hacker, and he forwarded it to us because, when he gets emails like that, he doesn't even read them. He just forwards them to us. He doesn't care. And so Navene read the email. I wasn't awake yet. And he was like, Cheney, there's a video. So what happened? There was
So I got the email and it was like, oh, there's a video that's copyright.
Yeah, that was like suffering
and it's like,
from copyright.
We're going to which is, God, I feel so stupid just saying it. It was like, we're going to remove your account unless you deal with this video. Mm-hmm. Which is already like, they wouldn't do that. They would just turn the video off.
Right. They would what they do is they mute the video. They say it's going to be muted in certain countries because of the copyright infringement. And they tell you only on the app. It's never through email that they tell you.
And then how would they even have told Steve?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, okay, maybe Steve is like admin on our page. Maybe we made him admin at some point, And then I was like, shit, should I wake Cheney up? And then I was like, I'm just going to go check it out. So I got up to go to my computer and I clicked on the link. And dude, it looked super. I can usually tell because I've clicked on some of those before. Like it looks off. But it had the video and I was like, it was one of our songs, but I was like, okay, I could see that being a copyright claim. It's happened before on our own songs. Mm-hmm. And it was like, this is the video, sign in to contest it. And so I signed in. But it was on their page.
Right.
And then it was like, incorrect password. And then right as it said that, I looked down and it said like 2020 copyright Facebook. But I was like, I just got hacked because it says Meta now.
Yeah, it says Meta now.
It says Meta now. And then I tried to click on the little home Instagram icon and it didn't do anything. Yeah. And I was like,
but you
so I thought that I put in the wrong password at first, which is like 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get the wrong password. But of course, on this one, I got it right. But that's what it does. It just says incorrect password after you put it in.
Oh, okay.
Right? Their little hacker thing.
Yeah. So
I woke you up.
Yeah. And I logged into the account and it was fine. And I changed the password and I thought that I'd done it in time. But about 3 minutes later, I get completely knocked out of our account.
Yeah.
So
straight hate.
Luckily, I think we're going to be able to get it back. We've got a couple.
We got a message from these guys saying,
if you
want your account back, send us a message. And we're like, fuck you, we're not going to pay you.
So luckily, our friend got us a hold of someone who works at Facebook, and she's been really helpful, and it seems like she's going to be able to really help us. And we've got, we had to get a hold of our label and see if they had anyone who could help us. So I do think that there is a way to recover this. So if anyone needs help getting, I all day Friday I was like reading about this because it seems like a small deal. It is a small deal in the grand scheme of things, of course. Losing an Instagram page isn't the end of the world, but when you're a band like ours, we sell things through Instagram. We spread the word on things through Instagram, and it's a tool for us to spread the message and
it wasn't easy getting 1 million followers,
Yeah, it wasn't easy. 2 million. That's how many there were.
So
it's been a drama. That's really all that it's been, added to the drama of getting ready to move to Nashville, which we started packing. All of our stuff is in a pod right now.
Yeah, pretty much our house is like almost empty, except we left the stuff in the podcast room
studio.
to do this podcast.
Yeah, we left it up.
Which now you can clearly see what the room looks like with this wide angle. So for those of you not watching, I say this a lot because I know a lot of people listen and don't watch.
Totally.
We usually have 2 cameras.
Yeah.
But now I just put one wide angle camera at the end of the table and you can sort of see
I like how
all of our decor. This looks freaking cool.
Yeah, I like it. I think that we should either get a 3rd camera to do this or just...
I've wanted to do this for a while. Have this. Because it just looks awesome.
Well, I think it'll probably get a little tricky when we have like 4 people here to just have one camera. But
No. I'm saying let's get another one.
Oh, yeah.
And
I agree.
one on each side plus the wide.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. But yeah, so it's been a total drama dealing with that. But
a lot of drama.
Luckily, we got friends in good places.
I know.
So we're getting in.
That's cool. But I'm makes not much of a difference to me because I haven't really been going on Instagram very much. What do you think about that?
Yeah, probably it wouldn't make a difference to the guy who literally got our Instagram hacked. Seems like you have been going on Instagram, considering that you got our Instagram hacked.
That's true. I did do that, and that was extremely stupid.
Yeah, I mean.
And then today, I got a call.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Thought you were better than that.
I really did, too. I was like, how
I saw the email right away, and I was like, Navene, do not click on that. That is they're trying to hack our account.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah,
Luckily, the hacker got... Because, we got in there and we got the password reset, but this dude had set up two-factor authentication. So when he saw that I changed the password, he or she, whoever the hacker is, it's a Turkish person. Yeah. They saw that I had changed the password and they quickly changed it back. These hackers, man, they're ahead of the game.
Yeah, they're ahead of the game. Gotta watch out.
Yeah, you really do.
I was wondering if we could hack him back. That's what I want to do.
I would love to.
Because we do have his email.
Back. Hacking is one of the lowest things you can do because you're literally, it feels very invasive.
I know.
It like for a day, I had PTSD and I thought I was being locked out of every account I had. Like,
I know.
I was messaging my friend on Facebook and like the Facebook glitched for a second and I was like, dude, is it okay?
And it's like, also, you're going to try to extort money off of some random
like
band.
Yeah.
That has, we don't actually have 1 million followers. I was joking. We have like 27,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, really?
That's low hanging fruit, dude.
Yeah. Those are the people.
Yeah.
You're going to.
I hate that. I hate when people.
So lame.
I don't like the stealing from the poor. It's it's a shit move.
Yeah. It really bothers me.
But,
I don't think you should steal from anyone, but.
I don't either.
Definitely don't steal from me.
100% it better not be me.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? How? I wonder what they wanted. They probably would have wanted like
money.
$1,000 or something.
I've heard like $250.
$250?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel right about that.
Oh, well, I was trying to finish. Sorry. I was trying to finish the password story. So the account actually got completely disabled. And when I'm talking to the person at Facebook, she said that it's probably because there was like, they sensed mischief on the account.
Yeah. So hopefully
the person inevitably got themselves. So this fuck got themselves locked out of our account too.
I hope so.
So what was the point of that?
I know. Well, they probably figure that most people just don't want to screw around with them and they want to play by the rules.
Yeah.
Their rules.
Right. But what were you saying? You had a story lined up right before I interrupted you.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, so we moved to Nashville in a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Time just keeps on moving really quickly.
I know. On my way home tonight, I called Jenny and I was like, dude, my last week of work is next week.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
That's crazy. Because it kind of seemed like, it would never come. The day would never come.
Oh, it really did. I remember it first seemed like we weren't, like it first seemed like we would never like get our house. And then it seemed like we would never make it past like to closing. And now it seems like we're never moving.
Yeah.
Then it seemed like we were never moving. And now it's like the pod's here. Everything's packed up.
I'm starting to believe
Looking around our house, it's pretty much like most things are moved out and everything else is starting to get put into boxes.
But we did notice that we don't use any of our stuff.
I know, because we left in the house the things that we actually use.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
It's like my drums, the one drum set that I actually use, my computer, the podcast stuff, and our espresso machine.
My computer.
And it's like...
our bed. The cushions from our couch.
So we put all this stuff in a pod to get shipped out. But the irony is that, like, my life is the same. I don't even notice it.
Exactly the same.
Oh yeah, the couch cushions are just on the floor because we put the couch in there.
There are books in there, and there are my studio monitors.
I know, but I usually just read off of my Kindle.
And I honestly haven't been using my studio monitors because my studio, like my desk, has been in this room that we use for the podcast. And I just kind of I don't like where the room is in the house. So I just moved my computer to our kitchen table so that I could, finish up lyrics and stuff out there. I haven't even been using my studio monitors. So
there's something I wanted to tell you from today.
What?
Rob asked if I would do like some studio like updates.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually he'll just have the camera and be like, "Yo, what's up, everybody?" And then he was like, "Here, like, hey, would you mind like doing it?" And so there's gonna be like a bunch of Machine Head updates of me like, "Yo, what's up? Navene Copperweiss here."
Are you
like
serious?
How I did it when I made that video of me like building the van.
Really?
Yeah, I totally did that.
That's hilarious.
And it was really funny.
That's
I was
awesome.
making all kinds of jokes and stuff.
That's amazing.
So there's going to be a little crossover.
Very cool. Who is the drummer of Machine Head?
I think he lives in the UK.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why
For
they're
sure.
always hollering at NK.
For sure.
Yeah, because I was like, I was like, "Yo, what's up, everybody?"
NK install.
Copperweiss here, and I was like, drummer. I was like, "What am I? Am I the substitute drummer?"
The studio drummer.
Yeah, studio. That's kind of fun. I want to do some more of them tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, because he was all like bashful.
Say something about the band that you're in.
He's all like,
hell?
"Oh, is that cool?" And I was like, "Dude, give me that camera." Well,
You should be like, "Hey, Mr. Flynn, can you tag
yeah,
us
tag me.
next time?" Just a little @.
Give me an @
Don't add our disabled Instagram page though.
True. If someone did ask, like, "Hey, what's going on with the?"
I hope it's
NDS
back
page?
by then.
Yeah, I don't know when those are coming out. I think maybe soon, unless he.
That's cool. When's the
watches it.
release?
I don't know.
Are they signed to a label?
I think Rob has a deal worked out with the label.
Very cool. That's the way
I
to
don't
do
think
it.
it's like a typical deal, but I don't really know the ins and outs of it
For sure.
because they do release music like quite a bit.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not a business partner.
No,
You don't know the ins and outs of the business.
I'm up in there to play the drums, and I was gonna say I'm out of shape.
In drumming.
Yeah, because I do play drums like frequently at home,
Yeah.
but I'm not like sitting there for like 4 hours like smashing drums.
Yeah,
as
it's
hard
been
as
a
I
while
can.
since you played a set.
Yeah, like my arms are sore,
I could see that. Yeah.
and my elbow started like not feeling good,
it's like it
and my
needs grease.
thumb. Yeah, my thumb from the scooter crash was hurting a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot about
Kind
that.
of like, this sucks. I need to get back into fighting shape here.
I'm feeling like that because we're supposed to go on tour at the beginning of the year. Well, I guess it's like the first half of the year. Spring. And I'm like, I should probably like get back in.
I know, but there's nothing
shape.
that really takes the place of, like, you can't go hit the gym and work out and expect to be like good to go on stage. It's like a different set.
For me though, it like doing cardio does actually improve my stage presence because so much of doing vocals is breathing.
Yeah, you're running and
It's
jumping.
severely underestimated by people, I think, who don't do vocals, or even people who do vocals, how important learning to breathe is in being a metal vocalist, because that's like a large part. And for singers, that's how you make the sound. And that's why you see people with such good breath control who, like, you'll see a really powerful singer and you'll wonder how it doesn't look like they're exerting as much energy as their voice sounds like it's giving off.
Right.
You know what I mean? The power. Mm-hmm. And it's all in the diaphragm and the breath control.
Now, sometimes people are online not singing and pretending to sing. And it looks like...
Oh, yeah,
like I've seen
like
videos here and there
lip-syncing.
where it's like there'll be screaming happening and the person will be like, you can kind of tell that they're like not really screaming.
Yeah, I know. And that's, I think, why sometimes people will see the videos of me
Yeah.
where I look like a sort of maniacal sort of like a lunatic,
Yeah,
because that's kind of you look like you're exerting energy when you do vocals, and you look like you're running.
You're not
going to
be like this, like.
Yeah.
And it's like. Like
right. It's not, and I'll see people be like, they just have good technique. No, their technique is that they're lip syncing.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not hating on them for it.
Me either. I've known people who will do that with guitar videos and stuff. They just like
all my drum videos. I don't really actually play them. It's miming.
Drums are the hardest thing to do that with. That's the funny thing. I remember I went to like a music video shoot when I was 13 or so, and the drums are the thing that are just loud all day.
Yeah.
I didn't, first of all, realize how many times you had to play through a song to get all those shots.
Do you though? Do you? Like we do a music video, and I'm playing the song like 20 times, and then you see the video and you're like, they could have used one take.
Yeah.
Let me get you 2 takes, 2 solid takes.
2 solid takes.
You choose from those.
Yeah, usually you do like, so for one of our music videos, I think we did like a couple of takes as a band.
I played the song like 50 times that day.
Like 20 takes as a band, 20 takes with each individual member. Shooting music videos is very boring. Honestly, I find myself, you're not shooting way more than you're shooting. You know, it's mostly just sitting and being bored. And for me, making sure that like my hair looks the same.
Same here.
Yeah. It's just a painstaking process.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not a good time.
It's not fun.
No.
What's also, fun is what you get from it. That's the fun part.
Exactly. That's the thing about music, is that there are a lot of monotonous things that are not the best.
Yeah.
Like today, I was recording and I was getting like really tired because it was approaching like 6 or 7 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of beat and just sitting in a drum throne all day is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, man, is studio drumming like the bomb? Like this kind of.
It's really monotonous.
I was like, this kind of sucks. And then, but I came out, and I was like hearing what we did that day, and I was like, that's pretty sweet.
Totally.
Like, at the end of the day,
sweet part.
Yeah, like you're on music that's around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I go spend my day like installing shades, it's like, okay, cool, I put up a shade. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, so we've gotten a couple of songs on our album done, and I listened to one of the songs that we finished last week today, and I already feel that separation from it. I'm already like, wow, because the recording process, it is super mundane and monotonous as it's happening. Because for vocals, I'll do a million takes because I know that I can get my voice to a better sounding level that no one else will ever hear except for me.
Right.
But it'll bother me until the end of time if I don't change it. But I was listening to the song and I'm already feeling disconnected enough to be like, wow, this is a really good song. How did we write that?
That's good.
I feel
it's good to get to that point where you're just like, all right, this is the song.
Totally.
I don't need to go back in there and. I love getting to that point where you're just like, all right, it's done. Like,
me too.
This feels done to me.
I love that because for me, with lyric writing and doing vocals, there's so much that leads up to tracking. Because writing lyrics is, for me, like a really long, drawn-out, painstaking process, and I'll sit and redo them over and over and rewrite lyrics over and over until the end of time to make them fit that much better or, sound that much better or whatever.
I do know.
You know better than anyone that I do that.
I'm Cheney's producer.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, you kind of are. You kind of are my vocal producer.
I produce a
little bit.
You do.
There are some parts.
Okay, try it like this.
There are some parts on our new album because Navene and I listen to such, we're both fans of a lot of different styles of metal.
Yeah.
And you listen to a lot more like slam and super, fast, technical,
brutal stuff,
death metal than I do.
Yeah.
Granted, there are a few bands that we like meet in the middle on, and we both love that play those kind of styles. But like, I'll sometimes do a vocal pattern, and you'll think of an even more like sick death metal.
Yeah.
way to do it.
Are there certain parts where I'm like, all right, you're coming out origin on this part?
Yeah.
It's gotta sound like origin.
For sure. For sure.
On the new album.
Yeah, there are definitely some parts where it's origin.
I've definitely had, I think, a little more. Not that I have a ton of input or whatever on the material, on the vocal material, but I think on the new album I've got the more input than usual, even though it's not that much.
I don't know if that's true.
There's definitely parts where I'm just like, you got to do this here.
Yeah, there are probably like 3 parts. Like
or my new thing on this album is having gang vocals.
Yeah, but you only thought of it for one part.
No, I've thought of it for 2 parts.
What parts? The da. Yeah, that part for sure. Oh, I didn't know that you came up with it for that part.
Oh, and then there's one that we haven't done yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we need to do.
So yeah, you're coming up with like the more DM bro parts than me.
Yeah. It's going to be sick.
We just have different,
a good time.
You know, I have different, I don't know. It all works out in the end. Yeah. I think that this is by far the best vocal writing and the best vocal performance. I mean, I think that it's the best on all instruments.
It's a good time.
The best writing and the best performances from all instruments.
From us. Not of all time.
Yeah, from us. Entheos. In Entheos. Bass too.
It's the best performance of all time out of any instrument ever.
Better than Mozart.
No.
Yeah.
It's up there. Mozart. But yeah.
Mozart, Entheos.
Definitely. I guess we just wanted to check in with y'all.
Yeah, we've been doing that lately because this move to Nashville has been a thing. So
yeah, we have been.
Yeah.
We apologize for the episodes being so short lately, but we've wanted to check in.
We do our check-in.
Regardless.
We do our checking in, man.
Say hi. Once we get settled in, we're going to start doing actual real in-depth
We'll be real podcasters.
Reporting.
We'll cut clips.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some live episodes.
There's a shitload of guests out in Nashville that we've already been talking.
We're not gonna have any of them on. None of them are invited.
There we go.
I'm just kidding.
So.
But you know, yeah. So we move next week. The countdown is on.
Are we gonna be able to do a podcast next week?
Yeah, next week for sure. The following week is gonna be a little dicey.
Yeah, we might not have one
because we are leaving next Saturday. So we're filming this. This comes out in like an hour.
Yeah.
We're leaving next Saturday. It's about a 3.5-4 day drive. So we'll see. I would like to do one.
So wait,
maybe we'll do one late that week.
What would we have to do? Do it in the new house?
Or do it at a hotel. We could set up like this and do it at a hotel. It'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
Yeah. With the cats and everything. We're going to sneak them into hotels.
We could do it like this.
How do you guys do trips when you take like super long trips like this? Because Navene and I are usually the type who like get in the car and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Like we'll have driven for 10 hours in a day and then we'll be like, where are we going to stop? Let's figure out the hotel. Do you guys plan ahead? Or are you procrastinators?
We were thinking about planning
like
ahead.
us?
We were thinking about doing stopping points.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to go here day 1, then we're going to go here day 2.
Yeah. I think that like in this situation, it might behove us to be like coordinated people.
Yeah.
Organized people. Because we're not.
No, not at all. It's a miracle that this move has been planned out.
It's a miracle. A lot of things are miracles that we've, even that we've saved money.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens is that you have your sights set on moving somewhere and you're like, okay, I got the place. That's the only thing I'm going to have spent money on.
Yeah.
Little do you know that it costs thousands of dollars to move across the country.
Yeah.
It's a total drama.
You have to, it's a lot.
It's a lot, man. I understand why people don't pick up their lives and like move somewhere else all the time.
Yeah. No, I get it.
The more you acquire, the harder it is to do.
I know. Maybe our pod just will get lost and we won't have to deal with all that
Don't
stuff.
say that. I have a lot of nostalgic stuff in there.
True.
I put some stuff in there like, fuck, I hope this doesn't
Yeah, I've got a
Get
couple
lost.
of things in there like that.
I really am like putting my thoughts and prayers into the pod.
Well, I think I've got faith that it'll get there
Yeah,
safely.
you gotta have faith.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, man, once again, thanks for checking in.
Thanks for checking in. Listen to
We're checking
Death
in with
metal.
you guys. And we will be checking you guys out later nude.
Thanks for checking in. We're checking in.
All right.
Check out.
Peace.
Have a good week, you guys. Love you.